I hope I am audible right now. Right? So I will repeat the things which I had told you earlier, but was not audible. So very good evening to one of you guys, all of you guys. I hope you all are reading well for your preparation, whether it is JRF or SRF, specifically horticulture aspirants. Today's session is equally important for JRF aspirants as well as SRF aspirants, because I feel at least two questions should be there from today's lecture. Uh, I would tell that you should score maximum marks in those questions which are general, specifically SRF aspirants. Your part B is the most rank deciding part, I feel, because in part C it is equally applicable to JRF aspirants also, because difficult questions are difficult for all of candidates, but those questions which are easy, which are direct, you should not lose marks in that, and that would decide your rank ultimately, because difficult questions will be difficult for all who are preparing for this kind of exam, any kind of exams. So without off the topic discussion, I would like to start today's discussion, and I hope you are enjoying our previous lectures by Dhrumesh sir, as well as floriculture lectures. So today basically we are going to discuss about what is the current status of horticulture, a brief overview of world scenario, as well as detailed overview of Indian conditions, like what is the status of production of various crops at the world level, what is the status in India, based on current estimates which are released by FAO as well as in India, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Then we will try to touch bit upon current GIs which are released in 2024 to 2026. This would be those who are preparing for SRF. This would be very crucial for part B. Your part B, this don't just focus on your crops. Like if you are preparing for vegetables, don't just focus on vegetables. This question would equally come in your general horti part, in which all crops are included: vegetable, fruits, spices, medicinal, plantation, all crops are included. So this lecture is equally important for JRF as well as SRF aspirants. So we will start from broad perspective of the world, like what are the major crops in the world which are cultivated on a large scale or which we are consuming every day. So in that, particularly with respect to agricultural crops, we have first and foremost important crop is rice. Yes, one thing more I would like to tell, that don't ignore field crops as well. You should analyze the previous year papers and see what kind of questions are asked from field crops. Particularly, I would say in sugarcane, planting is generally asked, planting method. In rice and wheat, recent varieties from IARI and other other renowned institutes, specifically resistant varieties, like which are the genes introduced through marker assisted selection and all, that you can go to the particular institute website, see their annual report, and based on that you have to just note down the important points from that. So for JRF as well as SRF, you should not ignore field crops as well, particularly current updates, and analyze the previous year questions and see what kind of questions are asked and read the related things. For example, I told about sugarcane just right now, right? So in world, the first crop which is cultivated with a largest area production, or we can say as a production value, this is in monetary terms, like in dollars, that is rice, which is the largely cultivated crop. Second crop for our is maize. Third is wheat. Fourth is soybeans. So these are the four field crops which are part of our day-to-day lives. Specifically, soybean is more consumed in Western countries than India. Rice, maize and wheat. Soybean, obviously we are consuming as a soybean sabji. Those who are in Delhi, they know the chap. Chap is the popular dish of soybean. So rice, maize, wheat, soybean, and in top 10, our horticulture crop is on 10th position, that is potato. So this can be asked in other way also, like which is the largest horticultural crop cultivated globally. So that is potato. Second important horticulture crop, or which is on the 11th level on the global scale, it is tomato. For fruit people, if it is asked like what is the most widely cultivated fruit crop in the world, then it is grapes. In case of plantation crops, tea is the largest cultivated crop or having largest economical value in on the global scale. Then mushrooms, and in tuber crops, cassava. We know the very popular cassava is very popular because of its starch we consume as a sago, particularly during fasting periods. So this is just brief overview of world level. The data, all the data are collected from FAO state website. Feel free if you want to know more, like what are the crops in between, but I have just focused as per the exam. So you can go to FAO state website, and current latest data are available for 2024. I guess within few months they will upload 2025 data as well. So in this slide, you have to remember potato is the most widely cultivated horticultural crop in the world or vegetable crop in the world, followed by tomato, grapes, tea leaves, and cassava. Right? Second, now we will see at our level like what are the important crops with respect to India, which crops are cultivated on the larger scale in India, top 10 crops. In India, the first crop is sugarcane. See, production also depends on which kind of part we are consuming. We might be eating some crop more than other, but because sugarcane is having large mass, if you know, we consume a stem part, and we are also consuming for a sugar extraction. So that also depends. Potato is also having bulky nature. So it depends on size of the product as well, like its production statistics. So in case of India, the first and foremost important crop is sugarcane. Second is rice. Third is wheat. We know that particularly in India, apart from North India, which is major consumer of paratha and all, rice is a major product which is consumed all over India. Then in India also, in terms of horticulture crop, first is potato. We know, like we prepare a sabji and we kind of say that हम हर सब्जी में आलू में कोई सब्जी डालते हैं, right? In our UG days, we used to ask mess managers like आज आलू में क्या डाला है? So potato is the first and foremost important crop. Second is banana. Third comes mango, and fourth are other vegetables. In FAO, they have grouped certain fruits or certain vegetables or certain commodities. For example, here they have grouped mango, guavas, and mangosteens. So these three crops are considered as a one. This is the method of FAO, and they will kind of group other vegetables or other commodities which are not fitting or which are not having higher production rate all over the world. So likewise here the classification is other vegetables. So it means those which are not listed separately on the portal, they are classified as other vegetables. So in India, summary is, in India, sugarcane is a major product. In terms of cereal, rice is major, followed by wheat, followed by maize. And in case of horticultural crops, in vegetables or entire horticulture, potato is the first. And in case of fruits, banana is the highly cultivated or having high maximum production, followed by mangoes, guavas, and mangosteens. So this is all about India. Now we will go through statistics of particularly horticultural crop in little bit depth. We will see on a two part. First is on a global level, and second is in Indian context. So in case of global level, first we will see what are the important statistical aspects with respect to world level. At the world level, we know that it is easy to remember that fruit, vegetables, whether it is citrus, root and tubers, China is the leading producer of all these commodities. China is the leader in this production of fruits, vegetables, citrus, roots and tubers, but that is not important for us. Where India stands, that is the most important part for us. India, it is easy to remember as well that India stands second in terms of fruit as well as vegetable production, and India contributes about 12%. Again, it is easy to remember because in both fruit and vegetables, it is same value. India contributes about 12% in terms of fruit production as well as vegetable production. Our annual productivity, see, I am showing current vegetable production value 141 because this is FAO figure and they separate vegetable or root and tuber crops from the normal vegetables. But in our Indian condition, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, they consider roots and tuber crops as a part of vegetable crops. So in our case, it won't be this figure, it would be higher than this, right? So in terms of fruit and vegetables, India ranks second. In that, India shares 12% of total production of fruits and vegetables. This is annual productivity, like what is the productivity of these crops per unit area, that is per hectare. Standard unit is tons per hectare. इंडिया में फ्रूट्स का प्रोडक्शन है 16 टन्स पर हेक्टर वेदर एंड द ग्लोबल एवरेज इज नियरली 14%. डोंट बी हैप्पी दैट हमारा प्रोडक्शन इन एवरेज प्रोडक्टिविटी से ज्यादा है. Still we are not even in top 10 or top 20 when it comes to China or other nations in terms of productivity. Our productivity is much low and it needs to be upheld, right, in both fruits and vegetables. So in vegetables also, average world productivity is 20 tons per hectare, but India is running at about 16 tons per hectare in terms of vegetables. Now coming to citrus, because FAO gives specific classification for citrus, it includes all citrus species, whether it's lime, lemon, mandarin, clementines, pomelo, grapefruit, all are included here. In that, in citrus production, India ranks third globally, right? In that, productivity is not important. Productivity, I have just shown you that to have the average idea, to have the idea that what is the production at the global level and at India. In terms of roots and tuber crops also, India is ranking third. So gist of the slide, or it is very easy to remember that fruits and vegetables, India is second largest cultivar, and in terms of citrus as well as roots and tuber crops, India is the third largest cultivar, right? You can remember other countries just for your knowledge, but for examination point of view, our focus will be on India. Next, we will go like what are the commodities in which India is leading, or what are the crops in which India is leading. So first we will talk about vegetables. In terms of vegetables, India ranks first. India is ranking first in case of okra. Okra is, if you remember, or if you, just for knowledge, okra round table was organized few years back in India at IARI only. Okra is our major vegetable crop. Other crop is pumpkins, squash and gourds. As we know, cucurbits are highly consumed in our country. Then third is chili, dry. Indians love spices, right? हम तीखा बहुत खाते हैं और लोगों को भी बहुत तीखा खिलाते हैं. What I mean is, we are consuming chili a lot, as we are producing a lot, we are consuming a lot, and we are the first exporters, or we rank first in the export of dry chilies. Then is onion and shallots. It is also part of pungency. ये भी एक kind of तीखा है, so you can remember that chili and onion, we are the leading producer. But in onion, only in case of dry onion, not in case of green onion. We are largest. We are only leading in producing of dry onions. In case of beans, it is dry beans. It is not vegetable beans. These are the pulse type. These are the pulse type beans. India is leading in that as well. And in terms of spices crops, we are leader in case of ginger. As we know that India is also a spice land. जैसे मैंने बोला कि we are higher consumer of spice crops, but we are we are not leading in all the spice crops. We are leading in ginger, anise. Anise is, if you don't know, it is kind of star shaped spice. Then coriander, cumin, these are seed spice, coriander, cumin and fennel. See, 3 are seed spice and 1 is anise. So India is leading in the production of 4 spice crop: anise, coriander, cumin and fennel. Right? Now coming to second rank, where India is leading on the second position. So उसमें सोलेनेशियस क्रॉप के 4 कैंडिडेट है. हम चिली ग्रीन में सेकेंड रैंक पर है, बट चिली, इन केस ऑफ चिली ड्राई, वी आर ऑन द फर्स्ट रैंक. इन केस ऑफ चिली ड्राई चिली प्रोडक्शन विच इज अ स्पाइस प्रोडक्ट, उसमें हम फर्स्ट रैंक करते हैं, बट इन केस ऑफ ग्रीन चिली प्रोडक्शन वी आर रैंकिंग ऑन सेकेंड. सो सोलेनेशियस क्रॉप में 4 क्रॉप में हम फर्स्ट रैंकर है, जो चारों के 4 मेजर सोलेनेशियस जो हम पढ़ते हैं: टोमेटो, पोटैटो, एग प्लांट एंड चिली. In terms of cool crops, we are leading in the production of cabbage. Again, this is a grouping by FAO. They consider cauliflower and broccoli, all the kinds of cauliflower and broccoli in one category, right? So India is leading in the second largest producer of cabbage, cauliflower and broccolis. Now coming to cucurbits, there are again 3 categories. We are leading in the production of cucumbers and gherkins. You know very well, gherkin is Cucumber anguria. Right? Cucumber and gherkin, we are the leading producer. Again, another part is watermelon. Third is cantaloupes and other all the kinds of melons, which is cucumis mellow. Right? In terms of legumes, we are second largest producer of pea. In majority of the categories, China is the leading producer. Then green garlic, which are not having proper shaped bulb, they are consumed for their leaf part or succulent leaf part. In that case, in green garlic, we are also second largest producer. Then in spice crop, this is pepper, this is pepper nigrum. And in terms of long pepper, it is pepper longifolium. We are second largest producer of pepper, nutmeg and mace. We know the covering of the nutmeg seed is the part which we call as mace, and cardamom. Elaichi, we are also second largest producer of pepper, nutmeg, mace and cardamoms. Then third crop is the main crop, that is carrot. We are on the third position in terms of carrots and turnip. This is a grouping, it comes under one category, means carrot and turnips together. India is the third largest producer. These are the data of FAO State 2024. Now coming to fruits and plantation crops, जो क्रॉप हम सबसे ज्यादा खाते हैं उसी में ही हम लीडिंग है. सो इट इज काइंड ऑफ इजी टू रिमेंबर. अभी तो आम का सीजन भी चल रहा है, आप सबके घर में खाने के साथ आम भी खाते होंगे अभी पे. बनाना, द मोस्ट चिपेस्ट फ्रूट, पर्टिकुलरली फॉर हॉस्टल गाइस. फ्रूट के नाम पे हम बनाना ही खाते हैं ज्यादातर, और कभी स्कॉलरशिप आ जाए तो हम बाकी फ्रूट्स को देखते हैं. देन अदर फ्रूट्स आर मैंगोज, guava and mangosteen. As I told you, this is considered as a one class. And you can also recall from the first slide where India was leading in production, banana was also there, mango, guava and mangosteen was also there. So you can recall that India mein banana, India is the largest producer of banana, mangoes, guavas, mangosteens, then limes and lemons, limbu soda, then papayas and areca nut in a plantation crop. एरेका नट के बारे में मुझे ज्यादा बताने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज वी आर द लार्जेस्ट कंज्यूमर ऑफ च्यूइंग टोबैको एंड अदर पार्ट, राइट. सो इंडिया इज द फर्स्ट. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट विल बी those part in which India is leading. Second is, first and second is very important. Third में तो कोई है ही नहीं, so it is easy to remember. So India, again I am recalling, India is the largest producer of the fruits which we are consuming largely, that is banana, mango, guava, mangosteens, lemons and limes, areca nut and papaya. India is second largest producer of tangerines, mandarins, clementines is we are not generally consuming on a large scale. Next is 3 plantation crops, that is kaju, cashew nut. We know very well Maharashtra is the largest producer of cashew nut. I will discuss it on later. Right? In plantation crop, we are leading in three. In plantation crop, we are leading in plantation crop, we are second largest producer of cashew, coconut and tea. Chai, today is the tea day, if you are aware. So India is second largest producer of cashew, coconut and tea leaves. Now coming to India, like what is the status of this crop on Indian scale. So first we will look about vegetables, fruits and plantation crops. First we will go through what is the general picture of all the categories of crops, like which are the leading class of crops and which are ranking behind. So first, as we know, vegetables are the most consumed horticulture crops as well as most produced, because fruits हम कभी कभी खाते हैं, but vegetable is part and parcel of our daily diet, right? So India produces around this is the slide of area and this is the slide of production. First we are going to discuss about area, like which crops are having maximum area, what is the area of different class of crops, right? So vegetable ka area hai 11.79 million hectare, which is the first in terms of all horticultural crops category. Second, we have fruits, that is 7.29 million hectare. Then followed by spices and plantation crops, which are kind of similar. Spices 5 million hectare and plantation crops about 4.5 million hectares. Followed by medicinal plants, flowers, that is not important. You should remember three figures, that is vegetable figure, that is about 11.8 million hectare, fruit figure, that is 7.29 million hectare, and total land under horticultural crops, that is 30.14 million hectares. So like it is not live interaction as per Dhrumesh and other class, so I would try to give you some assignments or some related questions which you can go through after this class. So you can, if you know, kindly comment in the comment box. What is the area under cereal crops? Compare, like whether cereals are cultivated on a larger scale or horticultural crops. What is the area of cereal crops and what are the top 3 cereal crops in terms of area, not production? It is similarly applied to production slide, which we are going to discuss in next slide, right? So in terms of like relative contribution, it doesn't indicate what is the contribution of each sector. So I calculated their contribution by dividing, for example, fruits is vegetable is 11.79. If you divide it by 30.14 into 100, you will get relative contribution of fruits, that is 24%. Fruits 24, if you divide it by 2, you get 12, which is contribution of fruits and vegetables by India at global level. Just recalling the first or second slide. Fruit is contributing 24%, vegetable is contributing nearly to 40%. Now another thing to remember, out of 100, if you minus 40, you will get 60. This 60 is the share of vegetable in production in terms of total horticultural production. So these are some tricks to remember or to fit these things in mind, because these numbers are entirely things to mug up. So fruit ka contribution 24% hai, but if you divide in two parts, 12 and 12, that is the average contribution, that is the contribution of India at the global level in terms of fruits and vegetables. Vegetable contribute in terms of area, that is 40%, but their contribution in production, it is 100 minus 40, that is 60%. Next, followed by is spices. As we know, around about 5 million hectare, they contribute in terms of area, that is 17%, and plantation 15%. Flowers occupy relatively less area, though we have separate division like floriculture and landscaping. They occupy about 2% area of total horticultural land, and followed by before that medicinal aromatic plants, they occupy 3%. Gist of slide, you are not supposed to remember all the figures, only three figures in terms of area you should know. That specifical in all categories JRF and SRF, you should know the overall outlook of the horticulture sector. In vegetables, area is 11.8 million hectare, fruits 7.29 million hectare, 30.40 million hectare is total agricultural total horticultural land in India. Those who are in floriculture, they can also remember the figure of flowers, especially SRF aspirants of floriculture and landscaping, that is 0.4 million hectare. Vegetable contributes in terms of area, that is 40, 100 minus 40, 60% is its production share. Fruit contribute 24%, spices 17%, and plantation crops 15%. But if you are not able to remember all the figures, you must remember vegetables and fruits figure. Next, coming to production aspect, like among that area, what is the level of production? In the terms of production, again, जिसका एरिया ज्यादा है अल्टीमेटली उसी का ही प्रोडक्शन ज्यादा होगा. सो द सीक्वेंसिंग इज ऑलमोस्ट सेम, बट स्पाइसेस का एरिया कम है बिकॉज ऑफ प्लांटेशन का ज्यादा है. यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड वी आर कंज्यूमिंग स्पाइसेस इन लेस अमाउंट, और स्पाइसेस का वेट भी कम होता है. इफ यू सी क्यूमिन वेट, that will be less as compared to the crops which are plantation. They are bulky crops. If you see coconut and other palmyra palm, oil palm, they are bulky crops. So even though spices are having more area, but their production is relatively less. But that is not important for us. Vegetable production is 217 million hectare. I told you that in FAO it was about 144 million hectare, right? In FAO figure it was 141 million hectare because they do not account roots and tubers. But FAO in terms of fruits, citrus is part of their fruit calculation. So FAO का जो figure है 112, it will match with fruit figure, that is 117. It is matching with fruit figure, but it is not matching with vegetable because they consider root and tuber crops as a separate class. So in terms of production of horticultural crops, vegetable is having 217 million hectare and fruits are having just, the difference is 100. So 217 is vegetable production, and if you minus 100 you will get fruit production, that is 117. What is the horticultural production? It is 317. So 207 का ही plus करो तो 317, but you should reverse this, that is 371. So 117, 217, 317, not 317, it is 371. So fruit production 117 million tons. Metric tons is generally tons only, ton is equal to 1000 kg. So right, fruit 117, vegetable 217, and total horticultural production, that is 370. Now as we discussed in previous slide, vegetable का area का share 40% है, and if you minus it from 100, its production share is 60%. In terms of fruits, they contribute 32% of total horticultural production, और उसका हम area हमने देखा था 24%, right? Plantation and spices, their contribution is less. उनका area में फिर भी contribution ज़्यादा था. Plantation का 15 area में contribution था, उसमें से एक निकाल दो तो 5 is their contribution in terms of area. Major focus will be on fruits, vegetables. This I am just giving you trick to remember. If you don't remember, that is also fine. Plantation का 15 area में था, उसमें से 1 को हटा दो तो 5 is their production contribution. Flowers share 1%, 2 उनका area में contribution था, 1 उनका production में है. Spices का contribution 3% है, वहाँ पर कोई trick नहीं है, sorry. Right? So just recalling this, fruit का production है 117 million hectare, vegetables का है 217 million hectare, टोटल हॉर्टिकल्चर प्रोडक्शन है 371 मिलियन हेक्टर, नॉट हेक्टर, मिलियन मेट्रिक टन्स और मिलियन टन्स, सॉरी. In terms of their share, percent share or relative share, vegetables contribute 60%, fruits contribute 32%. इसको याद रखने का एक तरीका है 32, not तरीका, I am just revising. 32%, 32 is a chromosome number of coconut, but it is still a plantation crop. So vegetables 60%, fruits 32%, plantation 5%. Right? Now we will go through what are the major states of this different class of crops. See, I have not still jumped to specific crops. We will go one by one. In terms of production wise, state wise, top 3 states in terms of area, production and productivity. First we will look for fruit crops. First we will look for fruit crops. In fruit crops, I have given column chart for 3 states, but it is not important. I have just presented this bar chart so that you can know like what is the difference between these other states, because sometimes AP jumps to Maharashtra. AP in terms of area, sometimes it becomes first, year after year, data changes, you know. So if figure is kind of similar, next year it will change. So just to provide you that idea that how this state get changed year after year, I have included this bar, I have prepared this bar diagram. So in terms of fruit area, largest area is Maharashtra. How you can remember that largest area of fruit is in Maharashtra? Because if you see almost all NRCs, not all, almost all major NRCs of fruit crops, it is located in Maharashtra. But still it is complicated production, because production is largest by production area is vegetables. Production area, in terms of production, Andhra Pradesh is leading, right? In terms of area, Maharashtra is leading. In terms of production, Andhra Pradesh is leading, and in terms of productivity, UP is leading. Compared to productivity and area, production is having more chances to be asked in exam if such kind of question is coming. So you should know that in terms of production of fruit crops in India, Andhra Pradesh is leading. And these are relatively less important part, that in Maharashtra is the largest, Maharashtra is having largest area of fruit crops, and in terms of productivity, UP is having highest productivity. Again, it is 25 tons per hectare. This is the average fruit productivity of UP. It includes all the crops, right? Because right now we are considering all fruits in one class. So how you will get this? Total area of total fruit area in UP divided by total fruit production in UP. That gives you productivity of fruits in UP. I hope this is clear to you guys, right? Top 3 states in terms of area, production and productivity. Maharashtra is having highest area, Andhra Pradesh is having highest production, and UP is having highest productivity. Now we will move to vegetable crops. In vegetable crops, West Bengal, remember this crop, remember these states. If we will go through one by one, like in which crops which state is leading, you will get to know why they are on the top scale, because they are having more amount of crops which are ranking first in that particular state. In terms of vegetables, there is kind of competition. Earlier UP was leading, now West Bengal. Before that West Bengal was leading, then UP came, then again now West Bengal is leading in terms of area. In terms of production, UP, remember in fruit, in terms of productivity UP was leading. फ्रूट का प्रोडक्शन प्रोडक्टिविटी और वेजिटेबल का प्रोडक्शन प्रोडक्टिविटी जस्ट इंटरचेंज हो गया. फ्रूट में प्रोडक्शन में था एपी और प्रोडक्टिविटी में था यूपी. उसका रिवर्स कर दो तो वेजिटेबल में प्रोडक्शन में लीडिंग है यूपी और प्रोडक्टिविटी में लीडिंग है AP, right? So not to confuse, in simple terms, in vegetables West Bengal is the leading producer. In terms of West Bengal is having highest area, that is about 1.6 million hectare. टोटल लैंड एरिया कितना था वेजिटेबल के अंदर, मैं खुद भूल गया. Total area under vegetable was 11.8 million hectare. So we will go back again and again so that we can remember things easily. Fruit का vegetable का total area था 11.8 million hectare, fruit का था 7.3 million hectare और total horticultural land था 30 million hectare. So in terms of vegetables, West Bengal is having highest area, UP is having highest production, and Andhra Pradesh is having highest productivity, and that productivity is about 34 tons per hectare, considering all crops average, right? So this was the summary of on the global level. Then on the India scale, that is, we are still going on class wise, horticultural class, we have not jumped to crops. In India, in terms of area of fruits, which is leading, I have recalled it multiple times, we will move forward. Now we will come to third category of crops, that is flowers, then fourth plantation, and fifth spices. In terms of flower production, there are three categories. Area is not relatively, in terms of exam, area is relatively less important. Productivity is also less important compared to production. They will majorly focus on production part. So अगर production देखा जाए तो flowers में there is very easy to remember, ये flowers में AP is leading producer, जो fruits में भी leading producer था, right? और vegetable में highest productivity था इसका, right? So AP is largest producer of flowers in terms of whether it is loose flower, cut flowers, और दोनों को मिला के AP is the leading producer of flower crops. First is important, second and third is just for idea. इसको याद रखने की कोई जरूरत है नहीं. Plantation crops, Karnataka is the leading in terms of both area and production. Here you are not supposed to remember what is their respective figures of area and production. It is not important. Also, these figures are also not important. These figures are not important for examination perspective. You should know the states. State is important, figures are not important. Here also states are important. So in fruit also Andhra Pradesh is leading. In terms of flower also Andhra Pradesh is leading. In terms of plantation crop, Karnataka is leading. In terms of spice crops, we know that there are two kinds of spice in general. First, those which are perennial kind of, and those which are annual or seed spices. We can say it is not classification based on annual or perennial. Seed spices are having classification based on their consumer or the edible part, or which we used as a spice, that is seed. In terms of spices, in total area Rajasthan is leading and total production MP is leading. Remember this I will tell you when we will go crop wise, like why MP is leading, which spices it is having higher area, which spices are consumed or which spices are produced on a larger scale in Rajasthan. In terms of seed spices, Rajasthan is leading. In my SRF, question was from particular spice crop, like this spice crop is having highest production under which state. But if you look, or if you just overview the total production of spice crops, Rajasthan is having highest area in general for spice crops, and MP is having highest production, accounting both annual or perennial or those which are not seed spices. And in terms of seed spices, Rajasthan is the leading producer. So we will recall this. In terms of fruits, flowers, Andhra Pradesh is leading producer. In terms of plantation crop, Karnataka is leading producer as well as having highest area. In terms of spice crops, Rajasthan is having highest area and Madhya Pradesh is having highest production. This is in general. And if we consider only seed spice, highest production is in Rajasthan. These all are recent figures. These are not old figures. So if you are seeing through Glasters or Essence Horticulture or those books which are written bit earlier, ये figures नहीं होगी. But in exam, always latest figures are considered. And you should also remember that हमारा जो मिनिस्ट्री है वो एस्टिमेट रिलीज करता है. इट रिलीजेस एस्टिमेट्स. दिस आर नॉट फाइनल फिगर्स. आप अभी वेबसाइट में जाओगे तो 2025-26 का फर्स्ट एडवांस एस्टिमेट रिलीज हुआ है. रिमेंबर, फॉर एनी एग्जाम इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग राइट नाउ और आफ्टरवर्ड्स, advanced estimates are never important from exam perspective. You should go through the latest final estimates. हमारे केस में वो final estimates है 2024-25. Right? Now we will deep dive in specific crop aspect, like which are the crops which are cultivated on a larger scale in India, which are the leading states of these crops. So one by one, in terms of fruits, अभी मैंगो का सीजन चल रहा है. As we know, mango and banana, they are leading, consumed also, they are kind of having larger production, जो हमने फर्स्ट और सेकेंड स्लाइड में डिस्कस किया था, like India is leading producer of banana. वहां पर भी if you recall, अगर आप वहां से रिकॉल कर सको तो it would be easy to remember. हमने यहाँ देखा था बनाना का प्रोडक्शन मैंगो से ज्यादा है. राइट इस ग्राफ में हमने देखा था बनाना का मैंगो से ज्यादा है. ये FAO का ग्राफ था. वी ओनली सबमिट, इंडियन मिनिस्ट्री ओनली सबमिट दिस डेटा टू FAO. सो इट इज, वी आर काइंड ऑफ वेरीफाइंग दैट डेटा. सो मैंगो, banana is the having higher production than mango. So in terms of three major fruit crops, banana, mango, and third is citrus. If I say citrus, it means all the citrus crops, whether it is limes, lemons, grapefruit, mandarin, जो भी है, citrus पूरा एक class है, right? So in terms of production of fruit crops, banana is having highest production, followed by mango and citrus. But in terms of area, mango is having higher area, followed by citrus and then banana. So यहाँ से एक आप guess भी लगा सकते हो. Banana is having less area but production is higher. So ultimately उसका productivity भी बहुत high है. Because from less amount it is producing high amount of fruits. So banana का productivity भी high है. Right? In terms of vegetables बहुत आसान है याद रखना. हमने आगे भी देखा था कि potato is the leading. Potato is the first, second is onion, third is tomato. But if you recall total global level, in that onion was not there. Total 20 products, tomato was there. But in terms of India, before tomato, we have higher production of onion. We are having higher area as well as production of onion. So potato, ऑनियन एंड टोमेटो जो हर ग्रेवी का ऑलमोस्ट पार्ट होता है इंडिया में. सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ वेजिटेबल, टॉप 3 फ्रूट्स विथ हाईएस्ट एरिया एंड प्रोडक्शन इज, फर्स्ट इज पोटैटो, सेकंड इज ऑनियन, थर्ड इज टोमेटो. इन टर्म्स ऑफ ग्लोबल लेवल, पोटैटो इज द फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड इज टोमेटो. इन टर्म्स ऑफ फ्लावर, वी नो देयर आर 3 कैटेगरीज, लूज फ्लावर एज वेल एज कट फ्लावर. एंड वी नो that marigold is the most popular loose flower, and we kind of use this two particular flowers, but we use more often marigold for praying or in worship purpose. So first in terms of production, marigold, second is chrysanthemum, and third is jasmine. In terms of cut flowers, you know very well, in Valentine's or other festivals when you try to express love, we will give rose. Second is gladiolus and third is tuberose. But we should remember in terms of these crops, first is very very important. In terms of loose flower, highest production is for marigold. In terms of cut flower, highest production is for rose. And in terms of area, ultimately, if you compare this production, loose flower production is higher than cut flowers. We know as well, like we consume more loose flower as compared to cut flower. Consume in the sense we utilize them. Then, so this is marigold is having highest area as well as production of loose flower or total flowers in general, right? In terms of total flowers in general, highest area is under marigold. Production in terms of loose flower, it is marigold, and cut flower, it is rose, right? Now we will move to other classes, that is plantation and spices. Remember, in terms of medicinal and aromatic plants, our website or our estimates of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, they are not providing state-wise or crop-wise estimates for spices, medicinal and aromatic plants, so that I have omitted here. They are just providing total area in general. So in terms of plantation crops, it is very easy to remember that coconut we consume also on a larger scale or day-to-day life, but अभी तो बहुत महंगा हो गया है. In our childhood or in your childhood, we used to take it on 30-40 rupees. Now it is touching 70 or sometime even 100 rupees for one coconut with water, right? So coconut is having highest area as well as production. Second production is India's popular, that is areca nut, and third is cashew nut in terms of production. So highest area is under coconut, production is also under coconut, and in terms of second and third plantation crop, that is areca nut and cashew nut. We will recall the states as well, which are the largest states of fruits, vegetables and flowers. So fruits में हमने देखा था Andhra Pradesh was the leading producer in terms of both fruits and flowers. In terms of vegetables, West Bengal was having highest area, but UP was having highest production. In terms of plantation crop, Karnataka was leading crop in terms of both area and production. In terms of spices crop, Rajasthan was having highest area, Madhya Pradesh was having highest production, and in terms of seed spices, Rajasthan was leading in production, right? But in terms of commodity, in case of spices, highest area is under cumin, which is daily part of what we call as vagar, which we add on our dal and other sabjis, that is cumin. In terms of production, garlic is the most produced spice, that is garlic, and in terms of seed spice, cumin. It is easy, area of spice area in general, the largest area is occupied by cumin, and it's in terms of seed spice, highest production is by cumin. But if you see the total production of general spice in general, that is garlic. So garlic का production in general spices में ज़्यादा होता है, but if we look at area में cumin का area सबसे ज़्यादा है और seed spice में cumin का production भी सबसे ज़्यादा है. Second, third is not important. This is just for reference. Cumin, then coriander, and then fenugreek. If you see consumption as well, तुम consumption से भी एक idea लगा सकते हो. हम cumin का consumption as a spice crop ज़्यादा करते हैं as compared to coriander and fenugreek. In terms of spice also, we are using garlic more often than a dried chili. I am talking about dried chili. We are consuming garlic as a more. We add chili in a pinch amount, but garlic is added in more amount in general. So garlic is having highest total production. Cumin is leading in spice production. And in terms of area, we already recalled it. Now we will go state wise, like which states are leading in the different crops. So in terms of fruit crops, Jammu Kashmir is leading in production of apple and walnut. Don't get confused in exam that if it is a temperate crop, उसका production और productivity जम्मू कश्मीर, उत्तराखंड या हिमाचल प्रदेश में ही रहेगा. नो, जम्मू कश्मीर में सिर्फ दो ही फ्रूट क्रॉप्स लीडिंग है, दैट इज एप्पल एंड वॉलनट. वॉलनट जो which is rich in fatty acids, good for mind. You should consume these days at least for 30 days during preparation time. Second temperate crop is peach and pear, but उसके प्रोडक्शन में कोई जो आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो ऑप्शन में कि उत्तराखंड होगा, हिमाचल प्रदेश होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. इन टर्म्स ऑफ peach and pear, the leading producer is Punjab. Now Maharashtra, मैंने बोला था कि like it is having highest area in terms of total fruits. So Maharashtra के अंदर this red marking is for NRC. Those fruit crops which are having NRC I have marked with red. Banana का NRC आपको पता है, it is in Trichy, तमिलनाडु. Grapes का NRC पुणे में है, महाराष्ट्र. पोमग्रेनेट का NRC सोलापुर, महाराष्ट्र. Custard apple and strawberry they are not having NRC. In terms of लीची उसका NRC बिहार में है, मुजफ्फरनगर. Right? So from NRC you can remember that grapes and pomegranate, these things are not to be remembered in one go. You have to go through it again and again to remember them. So Maharashtra is leading in the production of banana, grapes और pomegranate का तो NRC भी उसने खुद ही रखा है. So grapes, pomegranate, banana, custard apple and strawberry. Strawberry also very Mapro company अगर आप किसी ने सुना हो, which is kind of leading in processing of strawberry, which is located in Mahabaleshwar area of Maharashtra. This is not important, but just to remember that Mahabaleshwar mein, this is the company called Mapro, which process this strawberry and crush of strawberry, it is majorly produced. So just to make you remember, Maharashtra is leading in the production of banana, but banana NRC is located in Trichy, Tamil Nadu, and other production is grapes, pomegranate, strawberry, custard apple. In terms of Andhra Pradesh, हमने देखा था Andhra Pradesh is leading in terms of total fruit production. वहाँ पर citrus का production सबसे ज़्यादा है, सपोटा का सबसे ज़्यादा है, papaya, kamalam is which fruit? Dragon fruit, which by Vijay Rupani, whom earlier or late CM of India, late CM of Gujarat, who gave this name Kamalam to late dragon fruit. So in terms of Andhra Pradesh, it is leading in the production of citrus, sapota, kamalam and papaya. UP पे आ जाते हैं हम. UP, it is, हम सबको पता है, it is UP, if you remember, CISH Lucknow, Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture. They are leading in the research of subtropical fruit crops, and their one of the mandate crop is mango and guava. So you can remember that mango and guava, uska CISH Lucknow में काम भी होता है, and they are leading in terms of production. Water chestnut, which is also called as singada. This is not important to remember, but जितने भी crops दिए थे मैंने cover कर लिए हैं. All crops are not important, but just if I am taking, just I have tried to cover all the crops. Singada production is also leading in UP. Gujarat, how you can remember date palm? In Gujarat, Kutch desert is there, which is leading in the production of dates. So from that you can remember that Gujarat is leading in the production of date palm. Kerala is the leading producer of jackfruit. We know that Kerala ka jackfruit ka chips is also very famous. Kerala is leading in the production of jackfruit. Assam is leading in the production of pineapple. MP is leading in the production of Aonla and bear. Punjab, we will discussed already that it is leading in the production of peach and pear. But apple walnut, it is led by Jammu and Kashmir. Now coming to Bihar. Bihar mein government of India is now going to establish research institute for makhana as well. Lychee ka to NRC already Bihar mein hai. So from that you can remember that Bihar is leading in the production of lychee and makhana. These are not important, but I have just covered them. Netherlands is leading in the production of passion, not Netherlands, Nagaland is the leading in the production of passion fruit, and Arunachal Pradesh is the leading in the production of kiwi. But the production amount is significantly low as compared to the global average. So this was all about fruits. Now we will come to vegetable crops. Half an hour. So in terms of vegetable crops, हमने देखा था कि West Bengal is leading in terms of vegetable area and UP is leading in terms of vegetable production, and these two are having more amount of crop which are leading on the first rank. So West Bengal, it is leading in the production of in terms of solanaceous crop Brinjal is leading. Brinjal is ranking in terms of highest production in West Bengal. Tomato in Andhra Pradesh. Potato in Uttar Pradesh. I am talking about solanaceous crops. Brinjal, West Bengal, tomato, Andhra Pradesh, potato, Uttar Pradesh. Again, I am recalling Andhra Pradesh is leading producer of flowers and fruits in general. In terms of brassica crops, cabbage and cauliflower, radish is also part of Brassicaceae. Cabbage, cauliflower and radish. West Bengal is again leading producer. In terms of cucurbits, cucumber, pointed gourd, West Bengal is leading producer. So cucumber and West pointed gourd, those who are from West Bengal, or if you are from particular state from these crops, you might be knowing that in your state that crop is consumed more. I am aware of, like from my Bengali friends, that they are consuming more pointed gourd. So this way also you can remember. And in terms of, I am talking about root and tuber crops, elephant foot yam, again in West Bengal, if you remember, Swagata is not recent, but few years back it was released variety from BCKV, which is of West Bengal, through which you can kind of connect it with highest production of elephant foot yam in West Bengal. Tapioca, sago production, it is highest in Tamil Nadu. Sweet potato, highest production is in Odisha. So this is all about root and tuber crops. Elephant foot yam, West Bengal. Tapioca, Tamil Nadu. Sweet potato in Odisha. In terms of onion, we know DOGR Pune, Directorate of Onion and Garlic Research is located in Pune. From that you can remember that Maharashtra is the leading producer of onion. Tomato is already discussed, potato is already discussed. Now remember one left out solanaceous crop, that is capsicum. Leading producer is UP, not that important. Other cucurbit left out, which are watermelon and bottle gourd, that is UP. You can kind of remember from Diara cultivation, which is highly practiced in UP, but not these crops, but I am just connecting watermelon, bottle gourd, UP, pointed gourd, cucumber in West Bengal. In Gujarat, Gujarat is leading producer of beans and okra. Recall the first slide, okra is India is ranking first in the production of okra. Okra and dry beans, which we discussed. Okra and dry beans, which we rank first in world level, and that is also having highest production in case of Gujarat. In terms of Madhya Pradesh, it is leading in the production of bitter gourd, chili and pumpkin. One thing you should remember that chili ka dry wala jo production hai, it is highest in Andhra Pradesh, but green chili production is highest in Madhya Pradesh. So in MP, so in case of Madhya Pradesh, bitter gourd, chili and pumpkin, MP is leading producer, and Punjab is leading producer of carrot. In terms of fruit, Punjab was leading producer of peach and plum, but in terms of vegetable, Punjab is leading producer of carrot. Right? Peach and pear, my mistake. Punjab is not in plum. Punjab was leading in peach. Punjab is leading in peach and pear. Now, coming to spices crops.
So, today we are going to discuss about the
Spices crop. You should remember, हमारे SRF में एक question यहाँ से आया था. So, seed spices particularly, they are more important. Black pepper production highest is in Karnataka. If you recall back, plantation crop का highest production Karnataka में था. I am just going back so that you can reconnect and remember in this class itself. Karnataka was having highest production of plantation crop, and in terms of spices, Karnataka is leading in the production of black pepper. In terms of spices, Karnataka is leading in the production of black pepper. Maharashtra is leading in the production of turmeric, haldi. Andhra Pradesh, as I told, if we talk about green chili, MP is leading producer, but if we talk about dry chili, Andhra Pradesh is leading producer, which is also a leading producer of curry leaf. Cinnamon, जिसे हम तेज पत्ता भी बोलते हैं, leaf and its bark both are edible or spice part of this crop. it is having highest production in West Bengal. अगर cinnamon आपने किसी ने देखा होता है, आपने पहला गेस कोई साउथ का स्टेट लगाया होगा, बट इट इज नॉट ट्रू. cinnamon का हाईएस्ट प्रोडक्शन होता है वेस्ट बंगाल के अंदर. इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ स्पाइसेस रिसर्च, इट इज लोकेटेड इन कैलिकट, केरला. Now in Kerala, now we are jumping to Kerala. In Kerala, Kerala is leading producer of cardamom, nutmeg and vanilla. And Indian Institute of Spice Research, Calicut, it is located in Kerala. Right? Coming to Rajasthan, this is bit confusing, particularly Rajasthan and Gujarat. Rajasthan, Gujarat and MP. In terms of seed spices, this is quite confusing, but you have to by heart these things. Rajasthan, in terms of seed spice, it is leading in the production of cumin and fenugreek. जीरा और मेथी की खेती में राजस्थान लीडिंग है in terms of cumin and fenugreek. गुजरात is leading in terms of fennel, अजवाइन and दिल. एक छोटा सा ट्रिक दे सकता हूं याद करने के लिए. गुजराती लोग बहुत मीठा खाते हैं, you know. So fennel is also kind of sweet. Sweet they eat more, so they need to digest it more. You are knowing that ajwain is kind of a spice that helps in digestion. So Gujarat is leading in the production of fennel, spice and dil seed, right? Rajasthan is leading in the production of cumin and fenugreek. Now coming to Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is leading in the production of ginger, garlic and coriander. Going back, garlic is having the highest production in terms of spice in general, right? And cumin is having highest area in terms of spice in general and in terms of highest production in terms of seed spices. So Madhya Pradesh is leading in the production of ginger, garlic and coriander. In Tamil Nadu is the leading in the production of clove and tamarind. Clove is nothing but a flower bud of a plant. And UP is leading in the production of mint. These are not, all the crops are not important. You are knowing which are the major crops and which are minor crops. Only accordingly you have to remember. But I have covered all the crops which were listed in the estimates. Now coming to plantation crop. In terms of plantation crops, again going back, Karnataka is the leading in terms of plantation crops in general, in terms of area and production. And uska Areca nut mein area bhi, Areca nut mein it is leading in terms of production. Maharashtra, we all know very well, Maharashtra and Goa. Goa, we are well aware that it is popular for cashew. But Goa इतना छोटा है, कितना प्रोड्यूस कर पाएगा, तो उसके पास वाला काम कर लेता है, that is Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is leading in the production of cashew nut. आंध्र प्रदेश चॉकलेट में भी लीडिंग है. आंध्र प्रदेश दोनों में लीडिंग है, तीखा भी खिलाता है उतना, ड्राई चिली उसमें भी वो लीडिंग है और मीठा भी खिलाता है, दैट इज कोकोआ. वेस्ट बंगाल इट इज लीडिंग इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ बीटल लीव्स. आपको पता होगा कलकत्ती पान जो बहुत फेमस है, कलकत्ता इज इन वेस्ट बंगाल, सो बीटल लीव प्रोडक्शन इज हाईएस्ट इन वेस्ट बंगाल. तमिलनाडु इज द लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ कोकोनट. And if we go back, Tamil Nadu is leading producer of tapioca in terms of vegetables. And in terms of spice, clove and tamarind. And in terms of plantation crop, it is leading in production of coconut, which is the plantation crop which is having maximum area and production in India, right? Now we are going through the export, like what is the current export status from Indian side, like which are the major commodities which we are exporting from India, all the commodities. So on APEDA portal, APEDA is, you are knowing that it is the authority which is looking after this export of agricultural products. In terms of, in APEDA, they have listed 43 products, but this listing can be done in both ways, quantity exported and value exported. In terms of value, like how much revenue we are getting or how much we are earning from that export. But in general, if you are looking at the export, we will focus on the earning, not the production. कितना भी quantity जाए, but हमें पैसा किसमें ज़्यादा मिल रहा है, that is important. So I have listed the crops accordingly, like from which crops we are getting maximum foreign earnings. I have listed accordingly. So there are 43 products, but I have listed only horticultural products which are important for us. In terms of horticultural products, if it is asked which is the highest, which product of horticulture crops is exported highest, that is processed vegetables. Second is processed fruits, juices and nuts. Their major export, I am telling you, don't, ये फिगर्स देख के डरने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ये मैंने बस डेटा लिया है, इसका कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ना ही इसका सेकंड और थर्ड का भी जरूरत है. फर्स्ट याद रहता है तो भी ठीक है, इतना फर्स्ट इज ऑल्सो लेस इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस इज जस्ट टू गिव यू आइडिया. टेबल लिया है तो मैंने आई हैव ट्राई टू कवर इंक्लूड ऑल द कंटेंट. सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट वी आर हॉर्टिकल्चरल एक्सपोर्ट. अगर हम ओवरऑल एक्सपोर्ट देखें तो इंडिया इज फर्स्ट, इंडिया का फर्स्ट एक्सपोर्टेड प्रोडक्ट है नॉन बासमती राइस. सेकेंड इंडिया का मेजर एक्सपोर्ट प्रोडक्ट है बासमती राइस. और हमारा हॉर्टिकल्चर स्टार्ट होता है 6th से, दैट इज प्रोसेस वेजिटेबल्स. 9th is processed fruits and fruits, juices and nuts. Then we have guar gum. If it is asked for vegetables, like which vegetable crops is highest earning through foreign exchange, or which vegetable in terms of quantity also onion is leading vegetable. So if it is asked like which vegetable is exported highest, your simple answer is fresh onion. And if it is asked for, and if it is asked for fruit crops, your simple answer is grapes, whether it is asked quantity or whether it is asked in terms of monetary value. For both, onion is first for vegetables, grapes is first for fruits, right? Now next is cucumber and gherkins, which we know particularly processed product, that is India is leading in the export of cucumber and gherkins, that is processed product. Their pickles. Then cocoa, recall it, Andhra Pradesh is leading producer of cocoa and dry chili. Then cashew nut, honey we are also leading. Honey is also part of horticultural production. मैंने आपको अगर प्रोडक्शन का डेटा दिखाया था, if you have noticed, honey is also a part of horticultural production. See, honey is here. Honey is also part of our sector. So these are the major export products of horticultural sector. Floriculture is also there, mango pulp is there, fresh mango is there. For particularly typical things, you should remember the export destination, particularly fresh onion. If you see, we are exporting major to Bangladesh. I guess there was one rail project also for onion export through for Bangladesh or Pakistan, I am not able to recall exactly. एक ऑनियन का ट्रेन भी स्टार्ट हुआ था. सो ऑनियन का एक्सपोर्ट डेस्टिनेशन बांग्लादेश है. ग्रेप्स का एक्सपोर्ट मेजर डेस्टिनेशन नेदरलैंड्स है. कोकोआ प्रोडक्ट्स नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट दैट मच. फ्लोरिकल्चर मेजर एक्सपोर्ट डेस्टिनेशन इज यूएसए, राइट. सेकेंड थर्ड याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. इवन इफ फर्स्ट इज ऑल्सो नॉट दैट इंपॉर्टेंट, ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. दिस आर द इंपॉर्टेंट विच वेजिटेबल इज हैविंग हाइएस्ट फॉरेन अर्निंग और export in terms of quantity, onion. In terms of fruits, grapes. In terms of horticulture in general, processed vegetables. These are the latest figure of APEDA 2024-25. Now FAO also maintains such kind of export data. हम देखेंगे कि इंडिया का रैंक कौन से एक्सपोर्ट में वर्ल्ड, वो दिस वाज जो हमने आगे वाला स्लाइड देखा, दिस वाज जस्ट इंडिया का स्टोरी कि इंडिया में कौन सा प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा जा रहा है, कहां ज्यादा जा रहा है. अगर हम वर्ल्ड में देखें कि ये सारे प्रोडक्ट में इंडिया का एक्सपोर्ट में कंपैरेटिवली टू अदर कंट्रीज इंडिया का क्या स्टेटस है, इंडिया कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स में या कौन से कमोडिटी में लीडिंग कर रहा है, देन वी शुड गो टू FAO स्टेट. इफ इंडिया इज द लीडिंग इन द एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ ड्राई चिली, मैंने फर्स्ट ही बताया था स्टार्टिंग में, हम मिर्ची बहुत खाते भी है और लोगों को खिलाते भी हैं. सो इंडिया इज फर्स्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ ड्राई चिली इन द वर्ल्ड. Compared to other countries, India's bar is also high in terms of exchange value. Remember, when we are talking about export, we majorly focus on money than quantity. So India is earning highest or having highest export of chili or dry chili in the world. India is second largest exporter of dried vegetables or not dried, dehydrated vegetables. India is leading producer of dehydrated vegetables because you know temperate countries, western world is mostly temperate part, वहाँ पर frozen किया हुआ खाना ही खाया जाता है और and that kind of food is exported from eastern countries and उसमें China is leading and we are on the second rank. There is a huge margin but still India is the second largest exporter in terms of dehydrated vegetables. Coming to onion and shallots or in general dry onions, India is ranked, हमने क्या पढ़ा था in terms of India के context में highest export of vegetable in terms of India is in onion, particularly fresh. Overall, processed vegetable ranks first, but in terms of fresh vegetables, fresh vegetable onion का rank India में ज़्यादा था. That was first in terms of vegetable. Fresh onion was first here in terms of vegetable, and dry in terms of dry onions we are ranking on fourth. This ranking particularly 1 to 3 is more important than 4 5th. So if it is asked India is leading in the export of which particular commodity in the world, then your answer should be chilies and peppers. Second is dehydrated vegetables. Third, after third it is not that important, but I have just included here for your knowledge that हम इसका भी export ज़्यादा करते हैं world में. So we relatively India is on the fourth position in world for the export of dehydrated or no, not dehydrated. Here it is dry and here it is dehydrated. Now we are going for coconut. In terms of copra, आप सबने देखा होगा, if अगर नहीं देखा है तो you can search on Google. In terms of copra export, India is ranking on the second position. And in terms of coconut in shell, जो dry coconut होता है, अगर आपने देखा हो मंदिर पे लोग जो जिस कोकोनट को चढ़ाते हैं, that is dry coconut or coconut in shell. India is ranking in fourth in terms of dried or coconut in shell, and in terms of copra, India ranks on second. This is about plantation crops. Right? Now coming to the last section of today's class or today's session, that is GI tags or recent GI tags. All GI tags are important, but in exam generally they tend to ask what are the recent GI tags. So all GI tags, it is a big list. So I have just included last 3 years GI tags and I have arranged in a manner that you can remember easily. So in terms of horticultural crops, 7 GI tags for in general for field crops. This is important for SRF students in part A and JRF students in terms of general agriculture. Right? You have to remember this as well. इससे escape करने का कोई point नहीं है, आपको याद रखना ही पड़ेगा. Right? In terms of GI tags, वेजिटेबल का लास्ट 3 साल में 2 आया है, उसमें से 2 तो चिली का ही है, एक वारंगल. In terms of GI, what is there? Generally local names are there. So if you are belonging to that state, you can remember easily. But those who are not from that particular state, what I used to do, मैं ये नाम डालता था, फिर मैं उसका देखता था ये जगह कहाँ है, उसके बेस पर मैं याद रखता था. Like Madurai is a place in Tamil Nadu, so Tamil Nadu is having GI tag of Madurai Marikolunthu. I won't pronounce these names because I'm not aware of how to pronounce them. So 2 GI tags for chili is from Telangana. Why I have highlighted this in red? Because exam में आपको इतना ही देंगे. ब्रिंजल तो मैंने सर्च करके लिखा है कि ये ब्रिंजल का है, ये भी मैंने सर्च करके लिखा है कि ये जैकफ्रूट का है. So in exam they won't give you like this. यहाँ पर तो चलो ऑनियन दे दे, but in this case, in this particular case, they won't give you like पूरा full fame, complete name like Tela. I won't pronounce, but brinjal won't be the part of question in exam. So 2 चिली का 2 GI tag है, उसमें से जो वारंगल था, वारंगल I am not sure, but it is also placed in Telangana. Then one is from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu का 2 GI tag है, एक ऑनियन का है, स्मॉल ऑनियन का है, और सेकेंड एंड another one is for chili. Right? Maharashtra, अकोला कागजी लाइम, अकोला महाराष्ट्र में एक जगह है, अगर जो महाराष्ट्र से उनको पता है, अकोला कागजी लाइम, it is GI tag of Maharashtra received in recent times. Then again one acid lime from Tamil Nadu. This kind of thing you can remember easily, but यहाँ पर स्टेट याद रखना इंपॉर्टेंट है. एक चीज तो आप कर सकते हो, यू कैन नो दैट दिस काइंड ऑफ नेम इज फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया, सो फ्रॉम ऑप्शन यू कैन एलिमिनेट ऑप्शंस ऑफ नॉर्थ इंडिया. दैट वे ऑल्सो यू कैन एड्रेस अ क्वेश्चन, राइट. बट कमोडिटी याद रखना भी इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है. दिस इज द GI tag of jackfruit from Tamil Nadu. Darjeeling, you know very well, Darjeeling is a place in West Bengal. Darjeeling mandarin, it is GI tag of West Bengal. And Baruipur Guava, I hope this is also a place in West Bengal, Baruipur Guava, that is also GI tag of West Bengal. Amalsad Chiku, Amalsad is a place in South Gujarat. Their Chiku is kind of named as Amalsad Chiku in Gujarat GI tag. Then Uttarakhand Bedu, this is fig. I forget to include name here, you should note down. This Uttarakhand Bedu, it is a fig. उत्तराखंड के नाम से तो पता चल जाएगा कि उत्तराखंड का है, बट सिर्फ इतना दे दिया कि उत्तराखंड बेडू इज अ GI tag of which crop, you won't be able to recall, so that you have to remember it is a GI tag of fig. Now अगर आपको ये लग रहा हो कि ये गोवा 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 देख के हम एग्जाम में इसको टेकल कर देंगे, इट वोंट बी इजी. एग्जाम में अगर इतना ही दे दिया, हिलारियो मैंगो इज अ GI tag of which state, then it will be Goa. If they are not providing Goa, you should remember that Hilario mango is a GI tag of Goa. Again, similarly, Musarad mango, it is GI tag of Goa. Goa Kaju apple, it is a cashew apple. We know the fruit of cashew, that is also GI tag of Goa. In terms of spices, clove का leading producer कौन था? तमिलनाडु. I will recall here. Clove and tamarind, the leading producer was तमिलनाडु. बट क्लो का जो नया वाला GI टैग मिला है वो केरला को मिला है, राइट. एंड दिस इज लॉन्ग पेपर GI टैग अमरावती. अमरावती इज ऑल्सो, आई गेस इट्स अ प्लेस इन महाराष्ट्र, सो देयर GI टैग इज अमरावती पिपली, that is long paper from Maharashtra. Then this is the coconut GI tag. These three are plantation crop, this is vegetable crops, this is fruit crops, and this is MAP, medicinal and aromatic plants. यहाँ पर आपको देखिए कि ये कोकोनट ऑफ अंडमान एंड निकोबार देख के आप एग्जाम में टेकल कर देंगे, बट दे विल प्रोवाइड दिस मच. देन you should know that it is a coconut product from Andaman and Nicobar Island. Then this is for betel leaf from Tamil Nadu. This is Panruti cashew, it is also from Tamil Nadu. Nagori ashwagandha, that is medicinal plant, it is from Rajasthan. Then Madurai, I told you in earlier here that Madurai is a place in Tamil Nadu, and the Dawana is a aromatic plant. It is recent GI tag of Tamil Nadu. This Bodo Nazari, it is a dried leaf of jute, उसका ये product है, that is from Assam. Then rice product, Andaman Karin Musle rice from Andaman Nicobar Island, Amravati chana from Maharashtra, then Radhunipagal rice from West Bengal, another 2 rice from Tamil Nadu, and Goa Corgot rice from Goa. This is kind of mug up kind of thing. Today's entire class was self-explanatory, but the efforts were in collecting the data, presenting in a manner so that you can remember easily. You can take the snapshot if you want from video and you can revise them again and again. Right? So this is all about today's class. I hope you all have enjoyed it and kind of at least certain part you were able to remember in class itself, I hope. If possible, we will meet in next class as per time and availability, and I will come up with another recent horticultural aspects in the upcoming class. So thank you very much all of you guys. You can comment for feedback as well as any doubts you have. I will try to answer in comment section, and we'll see you in next class. Thank you so much all of you.